There we go. All right. Whenever you're ready.
Hi everyone. So by a show of hands, how many of you use or know someone that uses Gillette razors? Or like anything Gillette? Oh, look at that. Okay, so the slogan that we're all familiar with, the best a man can get. So obviously Gillette is a major brand that everyone uses, whether that be male or female, and its products are mainly targeted towards men. And however, this year, Gillette released a commercial with the slogan, "The Best Men Can Be." It displays a complete change of pace from their usual commercials and revolves around important conversations regarding toxic masculinity and social justice.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like a small snippet from the middle.
Boys will be boys. But something finally changed.
Allegations regarding sexual assault and sexual harassment.
And there will be no going back. Because we believe in the best in men.
Men need to hold other men accountable.
Oh, sweetie. Come on.
To say the right thing. To act the right way.
Not cool.
Some are.
Mm-hmm.
So from that clip, today I'll deconstruct how this commercial is an example of social rhetoric by explaining how it speaks to cis and advocacy, in the advocacy of certain social issues, and how it ultimately builds community amongst the male and female community. Yeah. So I'll begin by illustrating how this commercial functions to spread advocacy in terms of social rhetoric. Obviously, from this small snippet, you could see how it has a lot of underlying tones of social justice movements that have been very popular over the past, like 2018, women's rights, the Me Too movement. And what especially is powerful when you saw in the beginning of the clip, boys will be boys, will be boys, will be boys, that the Me Too movement was specifically combating that, how we have to stop pushing everything under the rug and really hear women's voices. And so that helps to spread in terms of advocacy. And just throughout the commercial, it shows clips of boys being bullied for who they are, and how it this idea of toxic masculinity doesn't only affect females, but it also affects males, starting from a young age till they become adults and men. And so this also segues me into how it builds community. This builds community by bringing everyone together. I know there was a bunch of, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with it, but there was a bunch of backlash after this commercial was released, and people were stating how, stick to razors, why I don't need to hear my social or political views from a razor company or men's grooming company. And I think this is an especially ignorant way of looking at things, especially in this day and age when everything is political, and it's especially important for big companies and people with high standings and big figures to get involved in politics. And so that, I thought, builds community, because social justice not only unfortunately can drive people apart, but it ultimately brings people together under the same roof, under the same idea, and under the same beliefs. And this commercial was specifically targeted towards the male communities in support of the female community, and vice versa. There were many female celebrities praising the commercial for how great it was and how forward-thinking, and same with male celebrities too. And this kind of community, once you build that community, it helps build a pathway for certain social issues to gain traction. And I feel like it came out in January, and I felt like by the beginning of 2018, the Me Too movement had almost, no one was really talking about it anymore. We saw a lot of people talking about it in 2017, latter 2017, in the middle of 2017. We saw a bunch of magazine covers about the Me Too movement, but then all of a sudden, 2018 started, and it kind of the conversation was still there, but it wasn't as big or wasn't as prominent, and so this commercial really speaks to that. It also speaks to how towards how it also builds further community and social justice is shortly after this clip, it shows the father defending someone who's being bullied, and his son sees that. And the commercial ends with, because the boys watching today will be the men of tomorrow. And I thought that phrase was extremely powerful because it does, show how the community of boys looks up to the community of men, and there has to be a set example. So, in conclusion, ultimately, the slogan, "The best men can be," which this commercial reinvented, it not only shows that companies should be involved in their customers and how they're making their products and how great their products are, but they also have to actually think about who their customers are and how they can contribute to the betterment of society. So this just transition of the best a man can get to the best men can be, I thought was an extremely powerful message, especially in this day and age. Yeah.